Let's see, are we going? Let's see. Nope, the stream is still not showing up on my. Wow, why did it take that long to start? What the fuck? I hit it a while ago. Wow. Oh my god, YouTube. Hit it a while ago. It's not. It doesn't seem to be picking my mic up that well. It doesn't seem to be picking my mic up that well. I guess it's okay. Now I need to play. I'll play this and see if it's too loud because I changed something in my audio settings recently because the desktop audio is so low. I want to make sure it's not ear rape though.
Hello, sweetie.
With music, actually, that'll be more notable. That is still the wrong section. There we go. Yeah, that will be a good one to tell. That is still the wrong section. All right, so that's probably too loud, but I'll fix that now. Just make that 300 instead of 400, and that's probably gonna be okay. I'm very low, because I'm not using my mic because I can only have so many fucking USB ports. My laptop only has so many fucking USB ports. I need one for the hard drive I'm using to edit this with, and the mouse I'm using this to edit with. And if I'm gonna switch the mouse out, it's gonna be for the drawing tablet. So good microphone cannot be plugged in right now. Need to get an outlet for that, and like additional outlet. I did have one, it's not working well anymore. Gonna start by fixing up a scene, and then we're gonna do more. Actually, before we draw, we're gonna plan out a scene.
Thanks for showing up to my New Year's party, Chris.
I just left Spicy's party to pick you up. Don't give me a hard time. I swear to...
I need to copy Chris's position and size.
God, I will leave you on the side of the highway. Spiny, put that shit down.
Hey, thank you for pausing when I hit pause. Fuck you. You're being uncooperative, Premiere. I don't understand why you're being uncooperative.
Spiny, put that shit down.
Being super uncooperative, actually.
Why? We're going to a party.
Not in the car. I really don't...
Did I pull the same Chris again? No, I didn't.
Spiny, put that... Put that shit down.
Very uncooperative today. Holy shit. Fuck you, Premiere.
Why? We're going to a party.
In the car.
I hope we see KH of Kingdom Hearts 4 today. Is there a event going on today? With some releases?
I really don't need to get pulled over right now.
Fine, fuck you.
Is there like some sort of announcement thing going on today? Some sort of stream? Where Kingdom Hearts 4 would be announced? News to me. But that'd be cool. Kingdom Hearts is more of Chris and Stewart's thing. I wish they were Wish one of them were here. But I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 1. I feel like it's serious. If I gave it my time, I'd enjoy it.
Spidey, put that shit down.
Why? We're going to a party.
PlayStation State of Play. Cool, cool. Yeah, that's oh man, I wonder if anything I would be interested in would be announced or talked about there. They could even show off something for Sonic X Shadow. I would like that. Need to get into more games. I mean, I do. I dedicate a whole month to non-Sonic games, and I'm fine. No, I'm not a big fan of like any other like main like serious like a shitload of entries though. I mean, I guess I like Mario, but I haven't even played Wonder. I actually did play Wonder, just don't own it. Thousand Year Door remake. Oh my god, I want to be playing that right now. I just need to save money. But I'm getting that the like second I can. I might stream the whole game. Fucking love Thousand Year Door, and the remake looks so fucking good. Looks like they made it easier, which I don't really think was necessary, but like the Pit of 100 Trials has Try Again now, which kind of kills the purpose of it. And I also hear the bosses are a lot easier, but honestly, with everything else that game has going for it, I can forgive that.
Not in the car. I really don't need to get pulled over right now.
Fine, fuck you.
So excited to play fucking Thousand Year Door. So excited to play Thousand Year Door. Normally I do just rush and get a game immediately, but it's like I gotta be a little responsible right now, unfortunately. I wish I didn't have to be.
All right.
Being responsible sucks.
Alright.
And I normally am not responsible.
I need something to listen to other than your whining.
Stop McWhinin'. I'm gonna listen to this real quick on my stream to make sure it's not too loud still. Being responsible sucks.
Alright.
Yeah, it's louder than me. God, I actually kind of dislike how quiet I'm coming. Hi, Pac-Man, welcome. We have like two people who come to chat. It's Pac-Man and Friends, I think, is another user.
Talk about something Sonic related.
I thought you said you didn't want me to whine.
No way, I fucked that up.
Related.
I thought you said you didn't want me to whine.
Well, just talk about some fan projects. How about that?
Baba Booey. You'll have to look at that PlayStation State of Play thing, though. I don't know if I'll watch the stream, but I'll look at it afterwards, see if anything cool comes out. Kingdom Hearts would be that would be a big announcement. Oh, I fucked that up too. A lot of fucking up going on right now. Nothing but a bunch of fuck-ups.
Alright. I need something to...
And drink, so I think it would be best.
I want Chris to pick me up. Thanks for showing up to my New Year's party, Chris.
I just left Spicy's party to pick you up. Don't give me a hard time. I swear to God, I will leave you on the side of the highway. Spidey, put that shit down.
Why? We're going to a party.
Not in the car. I really don't need to get pulled over right now.
Fine, fuck you.
Alright. I need something to listen to other than your whining. Talk about something Sonic related.
I thought you said you didn't want me to whine.
Well, just talk about some fan projects. How about that?
Okay. We almost have every section in here now. I just have to get my audio in. I'm going to be illustrating soon. Video editing isn't the best thing to stream. I mean, I like doing it. I like doing behind the scenes streams, and sometimes I get a good conversation out of it. Don't know if that's going to be the case today, because other times it's just me sitting here quietly for an hour and then we're just done. That's a good motivator to work. I don't know what music I want to play here. This is a big ass video, guys. It's a big ass fucking video. You know what? I bet I have too much shit on my computer right now. Let me check how much space I have. That's probably why it's running poorly. Yeah, let's delete some Sonic Blast episodes, because those are mainly all uploaded now. Better call Saul. There we go. Honest to God, I still am taking up a shitload of space on my computer right now with this. It's probably because this video specifically has so many long ass files in it. But I can delete all my Brawl stuff now. Did I do that yet? I probably should if I haven't yet. Let me actually check that, because my computer is acting like I have a lot more on it than I should. But normally when I delete a project, the files go with it too. Let's see. See what I've got here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot in here. That I had fucking mailbag 4 in here still, jeez. Yeah, it's gonna take up a lot of space. No, really, it wasn't too much. That's another 3 gigabytes of space. I didn't accidentally restore a bunch of stuff, did I? I might have done that. Hold on. Maybe not. No, but I feel like I got rid of more than that. Oh. It's so much shit. So much fucking shit. I bet maybe there's a game I can uninstall. Why the fuck is my computer this low on space right now? I do back up. That's why I'm editing this with the hard drive plugged in, so these files can be on the hard drive and not my computer. No, I really don't. I have Spark installed. And that's like not a lot of. I think that's like 500 megabytes. It's not a lot at all. Oh well.
All right, well. pair up fan projects and IDW. Alright, we'll pair up fan projects and Alright, we'll pair up...
So many lines up in this.
Alright, we'll pair...
This is an 11-minute, almost 12-minute clip, but I assure you only like 4 minutes of it is actually useful. Because I fuck up lines so often when I record. So fucking often. Even if I just wrote the script, I will fuck up again and again and again.
Alright, we'll pair up fan projects. Alright, we'll pair up fan projects and IDW just like we did last year.
I'm gonna cut audio right now. If there's anyone in chat who doesn't feel like listening to me cut audio, speak up and I will move on to something more engaging.
I wish I had more to say about fan projects, but the reality is so many of them are so damn good. I wish... But the reality... Just like we did last year. I wish I had more to say about fan projects this year. But the reality is so many of them are so damn good that I'll just end up recapping the same ones from previous years as they're still in production. Like this... Like the Sad AM Season 3 project. Love it. Looks like they're making great progress. Can't wait to see it. Will encourage me to do a proper rewatch of the entire series before it's released. But not much else new is... But not much else new to talk about. Because again, they're putting their time into it. It's gonna take a while.
Me doing that hasn't fucked any of this stuff up. Actually, I need to check for that. Make sure it's not resyncing any of this. It normally doesn't, but I've had that happen before.
Holy crap, it's the guy who talks about Sonic, the video game.
Okay, it's still fine. It's fine.
But not much else new to talk about. Because again, they're putting their time into it. It's gonna take a while. Always gonna... Same thing. But I'll always shout the... Gonna take a while. But I'll always shout... But I'll always shout this one out before it's released. Same thing with the Sonic... Same thing released. Same thing with the Sonic Villains fan film. That one looks really neat. It's basically a multiverse story for the Sonic series. But... for the Sonic series, but unlike Prime is actually taking different characters from different universes of the series, because there are a lot of different adaptations of these characters. I know we shouldn't encourage everybody to rip off Spider-Verse, but if there's one series that could really do that, Sonic is definitely in the top 5 of them. There's so much weird shit this guy's done. I wish I checked out more. There's some of a 2020. I wish I checked.
I remember I fucked that part up a lot.
I wish I checked out. But I just. And I'm. Shit this guy's done. I wish I checked out more fan games this year. There's some with a 2024 release that I can talk about next year. And I'm sure there's some good ones this year that I missed. But I just didn't. I missed. That I missed. But I just didn't have the time to explore everything. But Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit quality, despite how at each other, but time to explore everything. But Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit qualified for its own series on this channel, and so will other fan games. Despite how Despite how at each other throats Sonic fans can be at times, I do genuinely believe it has some of the best and most creative fans out there, absolutely killing it in the fan game community. It is really, there was that community. It is really cool to be community. It is really fan game community.
Get rid of that disgusting, slimy sound my mouth made.
Community. It is really cool to be a
That's still in there a little bit.
Community. It is really cool to be a fan of a series that always has something out there to check out, whether it's official or not. There was that Shed, it's official or not. There was that Shed of the Hedgehog short film based on the live-action movies, and I did find that one to be pretty impressive. We've come a long way since the Sonic fan film from 2012. Not to throw shade at that one, I was the only...
What did you just do? That definitely wasn't right.
2012. Not to throw shade at that one, I was like the only person who enjoyed it when it got released. I swear to God, the way people talked about... But most people... You'd think they did... Enjoyed it when it got released. I swear to God, the way some people talked about that movie, you'd think they did some horribly offensive shit. But most people were just upset that Knuckles had fingers and that once again Doug Walker got away with his sins against humanity.
I like Doug Walker. I am making a joke.
If his sins against humanity. Sonic for Hire Season 9. If his sins against humanity. Sonic for Hire Season 9 is really taking its time, huh? I promise they're able to... I promise to...
That's a good thing about editing the audio right after recording it, because I remember where I fucked up, and I'm like, okay, this can get cut like just very quickly. I can cut shit.
It's time, huh? I promise to follow.
If I like wait months to edit audio, I forget all the many times I fucked up lines. I'm like, oh, that wasn't it. Listen to the next one. Oh, that wasn't it. Listen to the next one.
Up to my For Hire video a long time ago and still don't have a new full season to talk about. Hope they're able to wrap. Hope they're able to. I'm sure low. Hope they're able to. Hope they're able to talk about. Hope they're able to wrap that one up this year. I'm sure low. Hope they're able to wrap that one up this year. I'm sure Lowbrow Purchasing and now Own and Dorkly has something to do with that delay, and these have been longer episodes with more happening, so I can certainly give them a pass. I want to do a follow-up. Just finish it. Please. Finish. Still. But still. Finish it, please.
Now, did say he fucked this part up?
I want to do a finish it, please. I want to do a follow-up. Just finish it.
A little bit.
Finish it.
I'll just put a picture of it up there. Acknowledging a dog bark is the best way to do with a dog bark.
finish it. IDW started by ending our first arc of Surge, and IDW Surge is kind of the new and ended. Finish it. IDW started 2023 by ending our first arc of Surge, and ended by starting our next arc of Surge. Kind of the new evil version of Sonic. They even kind of Surge is kind of X arc of Surge. Surge is kind of the new evil version of Sonic that they definitely like doing a lot. They even kind of make jokes about it in the story, but I enjoy Surge. I also enjoy Lanolin, who's definitely been promoted from... I also enjoy the most notable... Enjoy Surge. I also enjoy I also enjoy Surge. I also enjoy...
Too much of a pause. There's a little click on my tongue too I want to get rid of. Hopefully I can get rid of that.
Surge. I also enjoy Lanolin, who's definitely been promoted from background character to main character. I'm not sure. Character to main character. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that happen before. Most notable arc would have to, which is before the most notable arc happened before. The most notable arc would have to be the one with the Imperial City, which is mainly just because it's an arc that started and concluded in the same year, with many others bleeding into different years. With many different arcs bleeding into different years, concluded in the same year, with many others bleeding into different years.
I mean, that's okay. I tried doing several different takes of that after that.
Imperial City, which is mainly just because it's an arc that started and concluded in the same year, with many others bleeding into different years.
You get what I'm saying.
Other arcs bleeding into... But it was an overall decent one. But it was different years. But it was an overall decent one. The characters got to be present, and they brought back some older things from the games, this time being the shadow androids.
I had to enunciate things a lot, because it kind of sounds like I'm saying all of the characters, when I actually said a lot of the characters, because not all of the characters are in this arc. You can't have an arc with all of the characters, and it's too fucking much. Unless it's like one that goes on forever, like the Metal Zombie arc, which even that one didn't have all of them. It just had a shitload of them.
Androids. The city had a neat design, but my favorite aspect was definitely the growing relationship between the... Honestly, the city had a...
I don't know why I can't talk.
Brought back some older things from the games, this time being the shadow androids. The city had a neat design, but my favorite aspect was definitely the growing relationship between the new diamond cutters.
Say honestly too much too.
Cutters. Honestly, the look Whisper gives Tango when she...
Like, this sentence works without the word honestly.
Honestly, the look...
But it's too close to the actual sentence for me to cut it, and it's not natural.
Cutters. Honestly, the look Whisper gives Tango when she...
This one I fucked up a lot because of the word obliviously. Fuck that word up over and over. I don't know. I can't talk. I can't talk.
Honestly, the look that Whisper gives Tango when she obliviously decides to name their team that might be my favorite panel of the entire year.
That was a good panel. That's such a good moment.
Honestly, the look Whisper gives Tango...
No, that wasn't a good take. Okay, fuck me, I guess.
When she obliviously decides to name their team that might be my favorite panel from the entire year.
Sure, that one's better. Okay, good call, past Michael. What? What did you just do? Fuck you. Alright.
The new diamond cutters. Honestly, I really like these three, and I think making... entire year. I really like these three, and I think making Lanolin a permanent member is a good call. Is a good call. Her and Tangle kind of have the Squidward and SpongeBob dynamic, and that's a lot of fun. The key difference being Lanolin, a lot of fun. The key difference being that Lanolin isn't as unreasonable. Like, she has a little unreasonable. Like, she has a little patience for Tangle's silliness, but there's usually higher stakes here. There has been some criticism against this character, but I don't know. I think Lanolin's kind of really higher stakes here. There has been some criticism against this character, but I don't really agree with it. I think Lanolin is kind of mean, but it's I think Lanolin is kind of mean, but it's fun to have a character that's a little mean. I think Lanolin is kind of agree with it. I think Lanolin is kind of mean, but it's fun to have a character that's a little mean. And I don't think it's so extreme that she's unlikable. And I don't think it's so extreme that she's unlikable. Seriously, what is a that she's unlikable? Seriously, what is the issue that people have with mean-spirited characters now? It's always been a thing. I mentioned Squidward already. I already mentioned Squidward. That's always been a thing. The same thing's fucking happened with Jax and Digital Circuit. Some characters have to act different from other characters. Everyone's always been a thing. The same thing's fucking happened with Jax and Digital Circuit. Some characters have to act different from other characters. Not everyone should be super nice all the time. That's gonna get...
What's up?
Oh, hey. Cut in audio.
Hold on.
Now that you're here, I will actually move on to
What's
something
up?
Cut in audio. Now that you're here, I will move on to something else.
You don't have to. Fuck, dude. You could just
I'm almost done, so...
You can continue cutting audio. It's all good.
But if that's gonna bore you and make you leave, I'll do something else.
No, it's all good. I really... It's all good. Trust me.
Are you just out of curiosity? And like if you're being genuine, that's fine. Are you sure you'd rather do Blast than Saul tonight?
See, you say rather. The answer is, oh, I'd much rather do Saul, but
you know what that was?
Like, are we actually doing Blast? Is this not a joke?
It's not a joke, but what I will say, we could even do both if you have the time, because Blast won't take long. But what I will say, I don't want to eat up too much of your time. I know you're still probably recovering a bit, but
I'm feeling way better. I got the tube out of my side,
awesome.
Which caused more pain than anything else, so I'm feeling better. I definitely am down to do both. I think, though, if I'm going to be honest with you, I need to leave my room for at least a couple hours.
Yeah.
Because we found Mickey Mouse in our house, so...
Oh, you have a mouse in your house?
Mickey Mouse in the game room specifically where I record. So I'd like to leave and give them some time to get caught in our trap. But nope, this is not strong enough tape. You just ask. We'll pay your mom for the tape. But like,
I was just wondering because it's sensitive skin, so I thought it wouldn't hurt as much.
No, it's
too weak.
Yeah. So to make this clear, if anybody's watching, and I'm sorry, I have a hole in my stomach right now, or stomach area, and I just need to get new tape for it. It's fine. I'm not bleeding or anything. It's just
I think I figured out our issue with Audacity, because lately it's been you and others have been very quiet. So I just made my desktop audio like 3 times louder than it's supposed to be. Now I shouldn't have to do that. It's not your fault. It's like everything. Like anything I play off of my desktop is really quiet. So I think I fixed it. I'm hoping that you're not like too loud or fuzzy now, but I've been listening to the stream occasionally and it sounds good to me. But I'm playing it off of my phone without headphones in, so I don't know.
Anyways, you could definitely work on this. I'm kind of,
Well, at least share my screen with you so you can hear what's being said. But I'm almost done with it. I'm on.
Is it gonna fuck with Discord too much?
Since I'm cutting audio, I doubt it.
Okay.
Because it's like not a lot's going on. I don't have to see any video. I just have to listen to audio. If it does, I'll stop. But I'm talking about IDW right now. In the video. The section's almost done now. Like I'm definitely at the end of the script. But yeah, I mean, like, you know what's funny about like that? I gave you the choice earlier, and it is still your choice. I said it's your call, Chris. But you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Bart's given to what's?
Michael, could you do me a favor?
What's up?
How about if you don't mind doing a little bit longer? I will definitely. Can we do both?
I'm down to do, but I'm more than down.
Can we But can we cut Blast short so that we can guarantee that we get to Saul?
Yeah, we could even do Saul first. It's up to you, or if you want to get it out of the way, we can do Blast. I think I can beat Blast in under an hour. Now we're not doing Emeralds, and now that I like got that fucking maze down.
I'm sorry that I'm bargaining with you like this, by the way.
I'm sorry I want to do Blast a 4th time. I just think it's so fucking funny. I thought we already did it a 4th time. I can't find the footage, and I'm thinking, did I just say we're going to do it a 4th time and then didn't do it? Like, I quite literally Mandela affected myself into thinking we played through that game 4 times. I think we only did it 3 times.
I think we only did it 3 times, but I think I know exactly what happened. Like the Mandela effect. What happened is something similar did happen. I think you jokingly said it in the episode, but you also recently played it for your No Death stream.
Yeah, and I did it a couple of times on the No Death stream. Like, that one made it, because I attempted that challenge 3 times before picking the one that's actually going to be in the video, but Blast made it into all 3 of the attempts.
Yeah, so I think that's exactly what happened. Is it's not like a Mandela effect. There is a little bit of truth, or at least bad memory within it.
Yeah. I think that, which I gotta finish. I'm almost done with that, with the 2D games. We gotta get the 3DS emulator figured out. But,
I'll help you with that later, if whenever you're free.
Yeah, maybe we can figure that out, and then tomorrow I can finish that stream up completely. I'm trying to have a productive day. I, like, fucking crashed yesterday. I felt like shit. And I laid down like at 5 p.m., woke up at 11. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to have a late night. 20 minutes later, I was out until 2 a.m. Then I was like, all right, I guess this is just the start of my day. About 30 minutes later, I was out until 8:30 a.m. Like, I slept that's almost 14 hours of fucking sleep. So I guess I definitely needed that. 14 hours seems a bit extreme, though. Sorry for talking over you so much. You there?
I hope we see KH4 today. Holy shit. Oh, dude.
Yeah, the PlayStation thing.
I hate to be that person, but I would love to see that. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, I'm wondering if if there's anything I would be interested from that. Like, they could do Generations. It's like, isn't that what they did with? Wasn't the last one a PlayStation announcement?
No, they announced it at E3.
There was no E3. No, I'm talking about Generations. Like, I'm talking about Shadow.
Oh, Generations. Yes. I thought you were talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm like, no. They announced that at E3.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I cool for you guys if you get that. I'm not like. I'm open to be getting into Kingdom Hearts, but it's kind of a lot. So we'll see. Brent tried to get me into it, but he did not succeed.
It's just, I think when it gets down to it, my problem is, and it's not that I think, and here's the thing, I am either dead on the money or I'm wrong, which I feel like is everybody's thing. But I feel like we are not going to see Kingdom Hearts at this thing. I feel like we're going to see it at a Square event, right? Like, Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Square is going to... I could fucking not know, but I know that we're going to see Kingdom Hearts 4 this year. I just don't think it's at this state of play. That would be awesome, but I feel like Sonic Adventure 3 is more likely.
No, Sonic
Which
Adventure
I'm not
3.
saying that that's happening either. I'm just saying if they announce Sonic Adventure 3, I'd be less surprised than Kingdom Hearts. Because that's how fucking Kingdom Hearts works with me. They announce it when they fucking want to.
Do you tell me what you think of this? Do you think if they ever do make Adventure 3, which at this point I'll take it or leave it, like I think it'd be cool, but enough time's passed to where it's like I understand not wanting to do that. But if they're gonna make Mania or attempt to do Sonic 4, then it's like I don't see why they might not want to return to that idea at some point. But
Well, let's not come back to Sonic 4. Hell, no, you know what? Let me be even bolder. I feel like Sonic 4 and Knuckles is more likely.
I think that it would be cool. Like, here's my stance on Adventure 3. I'm okay with them doing it, but would it be an unreasonable request that if they do it to cut boost gameplay entirely?
Okay, so you're talking to the wrong about this. Mechanically, the boost gameplay would not make sense for Sonic Adventure 3.
It would just be a
Because
completely different game then.
Well, yeah, when you talk about that, it's like taking Sonic Adventure is a different series, which is why I feel like people argued that Sonic 06 was, Adventure 3, or why...
Yeah.
Is there another game that people say? No, but why people would argue that that is that way, because it was the closest.
06 was the last game that kind of had that mindset for Sonic with how he controls, because the Heroes and Shadow, definitely he controls very differently in those games. Heroes, it's mainly because of the 3 characters. Shadow, it's because of how slippery that game is. Just mechanically, it does not feel the same at all.
Yeah, I guess technically Shadow is Adventure 3.
It does feel like more of a sequel to that storyline, yes.
And by the way, before I get heavily into this conversation, I'm not saying that I don't like Kingdom Hearts, and I'm not saying that it was not going to happen. I just, it's at 6. Shit, I got time. Anyways. But I'm not, I feel like there's so many games that we'll see before that. Anyways, to engage what you're saying, I definitely think that Boost should not be in it. Now, let me put it this way. Boost should not initially be in it. It'd be really cool if they pulled a Sonic, Generations thing, where Sonic has the ability to do the homing attack, classic Sonic.
Yeah.
If that's a real thing. If not, somebody completely bullshitted me. But I believe that in Sonic Generations, you can unlock a homing attack for a classic Sonic. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like it should be something like that, of where if there is boosts, it should be an unlockable thing that is not initially in the game.
Well, the home attack for Classic is only in 3DS, but yes, you are right, though.
Okay. Nonetheless.
And honestly, I think it's good that it's only in the 3DS port, because I think it does not belong in the console port. But for the 3DS, I thought it was a neat idea. It was a good way to make it a different game.
Okay, yeah, one of my friends totally bullshitted me then, because he was like, yeah, you can get the homing attack if you go through the little store thing. Like, you can turn it on and off for classic Sonic, but, fuck it, that was a long time ago. Anyway.
Honest to God, I never fucked with the store. It's amazing. Like, I did a stream of it one night. I think it was actually the end of the playthrough. I went to the store and I was like, oh, wow, you can do all... Like, there's so much shit about Generations I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know. Generations is, like, such a fun game, and it's also, I think... I watched one of Alice Mark's older videos, Splash Pass is one of videos about DLC. It does feel like how much DLC they've done for other games, and how they did none for Generations outside of that fucking pinball table. It's like, yeah, why not? I mean, that would have been... Generations would have been, like, the ideal game for I think Generations has more DLC potential than any game in the series, and they just didn't do it. Like, Lost World had fun ideas for DLC. Lost World had cool... I don't love Lost World, but their ideas for DLC was awesome. Like, oh, let's actually do something with the Nintendo tie-in. Hell yeah, that shit's cool. Frontiers DLC-wise, and Origins DLC. As much as I appreciate it being free for Frontiers, kind of feels like we didn't finish the game, so here you go. Yeah,
the homing attack is something you can buy according to... IGN.
I gotta. Oh shit, that's actually kind of amazing if that's true. I gotta look at that because I wouldn't. I mean, I'm glad they don't force it on you, but I would be it as like because it's like built in as a mechanic for 3DS. Like you probably have to do it to get over certain jumps.
Yes, but it is. Hold on.
As an optional thing, that's fine. Here, I'm gonna start editing audio again.
Time.
If you wanna request a pause, just request a pause.
Apparently, it can be used.
Time.
Oh, it's
That's
only in
gonna
one place too.
Oh, okay.
It's so boring, so
It can be
fast.
unlocked, but it's only in the Dreamcast era of Sonic that it can be done. For
Okay.
Classic.
Do you have my screen on?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna start editing audio. You don't have to listen, but if I'm playing this and you want to request a pause, let me do it. Then just request a pause and I'll do it. And I'm almost done with this section though, so this shouldn't take too long.
I think Lanolin is kind of mean, but it's fun to have a character that's a little mean. And I don't think it's so extreme that she's unlikable. Seriously, what is
Olivia,
the
where'd you
issue
go?
that people have with mean-spirited characters now? It's always been a thing. I already mentioned Squidward. That's always been a thing. The same thing's fucking happened with Jax and Digital Circuit. Some characters have to act different from other characters. Not everyone should be super nice all the time. That's gonna get so boring so fast.
I'm in rant mode right now in this part of the video.
At the end of the day, her and Tangle have a friendship. It's just not like with Sonic and Tangle where
I'll
they're
feed
gonna
it
get
to the
along
rat.
100% of the time. Their personalities are a lot more alike.
Can you give me a new bowl?
But I personally believe that's how you write a more interesting dynamic. But
Why we might.
or alike. But I personally believe that's how you write
can
a
leave
more
the door
interesting
open.
dynamic, which lends itself to a better story. I always enjoyed ID. My only critique. Better story. I always enjoyed IDW has cooking up. My only critique is that I feel. They rush through. Cooking up. My only critique is ever since they finished up the Metal Zombie arc. They rush through the stories a lot. They rush through the newer arcs a lot. Probably because they rush through the newer arcs a lot. Probably because people reading the arc month by month were getting tired of it and made it clear how tired of it they were. So IDW felt pressured to go for smaller storylines. That's just an assumption. But I definitely noticed that happening after the arc. Reading the Metal Virus arc all at once, I have to say the entire thing flowed really well. Reading the Egg Reading the Eggperial City arc, the Eggperial story all, it was still good, but reading the
Man, I fucked up so many times reading the script.
Same.
at once, I have to say the entire thing flowed really well. Reading the Eggperial arc all at once, because I normally do wait a few months to let these issues build up. But the people writing this comic were felt like it flowed a lot less well, like it kind of felt rushed. It was still good, but it feels like a lot more could have happened.
So I'm back at doing new videos.
Cool.
But the people writing this comic were too afraid to stay in one location for too long.
What are you working on next? Probably already told me.
I don't exactly know.
Kind of
I'm
piling them
feeling
up
good
and see
enough.
what-
Yeah, I'm feeling good enough to record. Olivia is going to definitely, release some videos. I should be sitting my ass down. I just wanted to share that I'm back to doing video shit.
Good. Good.
For too long, or focus on the same dilemma for too long.
It's good to take breaks.
I guess the biggest reason why I told you that is because I think you can occasionally hear me aggressively typing on my super loud ass keyboard, so I don't want you to think that I'm just like, you know.
I got you. This is a pretty chill stream. We can both just work on shit.
I really hope they'll take the story that they're setting up with Mimic Far, because that could have. I really hope they.
Once I'm editing this part, we'll have I think I'll actually have an accurate like timeline of how long this video is going to be, which will be nice to see because this is the last section I really needed to edit before the final bit of the video, which is still the most work heavy part of the video.
For too long. I really hope they take the story that they're setting up with Mimic Far, because that could have some great payoffs. But the build-up needs to be there. Great payoffs. But the build-up needs. The only thing the comic is be everything. Build-up needs to be there. The only thing that I think was handled super well pacing-wise ever since the Metal Virus arc would be everything with Dr. Virus arc. Since the Metal Virus arc would be everything with Dr. Starline, which the comic is saying something about the Starline, which the comic is saying something about the current status of that character that I do not believe for even a second.
You know what I'm talking about?
I dropped off with the spoiler thing that happens to him, so.
Okay. He has not shown up in a while. They are saying something about his current status, and I don't believe him. I believe we'll be seeing that character.
Believe for even a second, but I will say they're taking their sweet time with it. And you know what?
Is that what they're trying to say?
They're trying to say it's been out for a while. Is it okay to talk spoilers of IDW as long as it's not like a recent issue?
I don't do it, but I feel like I you know what? I don't think anybody that's watching this is reading the comic currently, and two, I feel like it's such common knowledge that I even spoiled it in not saying it. So
yeah, I mean it's been a few. That happened like at least like a year or two ago now, because this is the comic comes out slowly. It's like you only get a little bit every month, and they even took 4 months off this year for the Fang storyline, which I'm glad was this year because I was like, oh, do I need to fucking check out the Fang storyline before finishing this video? And no, it was 2024, but they did 4 months of no regular issues of IDW because of that. But they just started back up, and they're doing a writer's storyline now, which is really neat.
oh hell yeah!
They're all on their hoverboards. The covers of the comics are mimicking the art style that they did for like the intro of the writer's intro. It's really neat.
So are they saying that Starline's dead? Is that what they're saying?
Starline had a scene where Eggman murdered him, but you don't actually see a body, so no, I believe he's coming back. I just don't know when.
It would be cool if he was dead.
I'm okay with them killing him off, but the way they did it would need to be more dramatic. Although it wasn't that it was undramatic. Honestly, I really like how it panned out, because it's just like Dr. Starline's entire arc was like wanting to be Eggman's apprentice just because he looks up to him so much, then realizing during the Metal Virus arc how incompetent he is, and him kind of like losing all faith in him. So then he's trying to his plan is to kind of like take matters into his own hand, but let Eggman be a part of it because he still respects him. He just doesn't believe in him anymore. So it's like, oh, but you can work under me. And then Eggman just kind of laughs at the idea, saying like, oh, you were like, so you started to you started to look down to me. You started to undervalue what I am. Like, and Eggman just kind of laughs it off. Like Dr. Starline was nothing for him. He's not even on the same league of him. And then yeah, he immediately proves Starline right by defeating him and supposedly murdering him. I do like how much IDW makes Eggman a bastard, because I feel like the games and stuff like Boom make him into more of a joke character, which I like too. I think there's room for both. I like funny Eggman, but I like IDW's approach to him more than anything out there right now, even more than what the movies are doing. And I like what the movies are doing with him.
I will. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if he canonically killed him, but that also makes me think that there's something like Sonic's speed is the only thing keeping Sonic alive. With that being said,
I think that if Starline was actually dead, they would have shown a little bit more, because like the scene leading up to his death is intense. The death itself isn't. The death leaves so much room for he got away and he's somewhere else now.
yeah,
it's the way
we
that
see Mr. Tinker, but it's Starline again, but it's Starline this time.
That's another thing I love about fucking Eggman and IDW. And actually, with that being said, if they bring Sage into IDW, which they probably will since it's heavily connected to the games, like Frontiers is currently the only game that isn't acknowledged in IDW. If they were to bring Sage into it, how interesting would that be between her and Belle?
That'd be very interesting.
Because like Belle's like the daughter figure he had when he was Mr. Tinker, and now he has a new daughter figure that he actually likes. I love those. I love those so much. I love how like Belle, you can, because of her design, you can immediately tell that she was made by like Tinker, and it's just so fucking depressing right off the bat. I love how this comic, right? I just love the way the comic is written. They do such a good job with it. My only gripe, and I am talking about that in this video, is that they rush through arcs a little bit now. They still have, like, it's still good. It's just like they'll start something and it will end after like 5 to 6 issues. And I think it's because Metal Virus, a lot of people got tired of it.
I think
but they got tired of it because they were waiting every month for an issue. If you really sit down and read the entire arc, it's paced really well, like exceptionally well.
I think the other problem is it's just the comic industry's dog shit, and so that might have been another reason why people are, because arcs and comics are ending faster and faster too.
Yeah, I agree.
IDW is a comic industry company still, so it might not be the writer's fault. It might just be them being like, hey, look, comics like blank are wrapping up fast, so you got to do it too, despite the fact that you aren't a traditional comic book.
It could be a mix of that. It could be like just someone getting notes on people. I think a lot of it could be like fan interaction. A lot of it could just be the way the rest of the industry is going. Like I don't blame the writers at all, because I think that they're genuinely writing these characters better than anyone else right now. And their new characters I love. Like the only 2 new characters I'm not that into, and I don't hate them, is Rough and Tumble.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't dislike them. They're just like nothing special, you know. They're kind of like they were like the first new characters introduced, and it's kind of like, okay, so this is how it's gonna be. These are the type of characters they're gonna write. But then they immediately bring in like Tangle, Whisper, like all these other great characters. That's like, okay, they're doing great. And I agree, Game Night. That was a really cool scene. It was a really cool scene just because it's like Starline is built up as a villain for so many issues, and then just immediately taken down a peg. Like not just a peg, he's taken down a lot. And I think it's such a cool. It's reminding you who's in charge, and that's a good way to go about it, because Eggman should be the main villain. But I like that they have other villains too. I don't want Eggman to be the only villain.
What?
Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that I feel like whatever problem I have to unfortunately blame the, like I said, the industry proper, though.
Yeah. Okay, I'm at the very... Rough and Tumble are just Diet Beep Up and Rock City. Who's that? Is that a different comic or a different... Oh, is that fucking Turtles?
Yeah, but Turtles is still a comic.
Yeah. Those are the 2 that were in the second Michael Bay movie, right? That people like got really excited for.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm aware of them. Turtles feels like something that if I grew up with it, I'd be like just as enthusiastic about it as I am about Sonic. It seems like they're not the same, but like they appeal to a lot of the same people. Kind of like Dragon Ball and Sonic.
I feel like the thing is that Sonic has a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
between Mega Man, Dragon Ball Z, and something else, but I would have never said Turtles, but it does make sense. I feel like though that there's a good chance that you probably wouldn't have gotten into it though.
My friends really liked it. I played like a video game when I was a kid that I really liked with them. I forget which game it was. I remember there was these little robot crows that you fought at the beginning of the game.
Robot what?
Like they're like these metal crow looking things.
Nah, okay.
Yes, that's not helpful. I might also be forgetting what they look like, but
I feel like if I could say one thing is that if you got into Turtles, you would have probably gotten into a specific generation and then went, I'm good.
yeah, I mean, I'm
not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that to be like, you're either all in on Turtles or you're like, there's three things. You either don't give a shit at all, you're all in, or you find that one and then you're like, once that one's done, you're like, I don't want to do this ever again. I do not want a new story.
I do think you have to be fairly different to get a Michael Bay adaptation, because Sonic I could never see getting a Michael Bay adaptation. Turtles kind of feels right for that, even though it's not. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that sounds like something that would happen. Like I wasn't surprised when that happened.
I agree. I think there would be a Michael Bay Sonic. Out of like all the platformer, it's either Michael Bay Sonic or Michael Bay Crash.
What about Michael Bay Mega Man?
I think Mega Man is like, I don't think Mega Man, forgive whoever watches this and disagrees, but I don't think Mega Man's as popular. I think the thing is that Turtles is madly popular. Like, it's one of the 80s staples, you know? So that's why it happened. Like, we saw Turtles happen, and then we saw the pipeline of like, it's either Turtles and then, because Transformers happened. And I think that's the only reason why Turtles happened.
See, I have such a ironic and unironic love for this series, and I think sometimes people interpret as me talking it down when really, I just like how weird the Sonic franchise is. So if that being said, I would love to see how Michael Bay would fuck up a Sonic adaptation. I would love to watch that.
See, hold on. The moment that you tell Michael Bay that like there are multiple universes, I know exactly what his Eggman would be like. I know exactly what his Sonic would be like. I know exactly what his Tails, and I know goddamn what his Knuckles would be like, and I'm more confident than ever that Knuckles would be a racist character.
Oh, probably.
You know Aaron's Chaotix video? That's Knuckles.
Probably. No, you're right, because you know what? The one fucking Transformers movie I did see, and I saw it in theaters, and I fucking hated it, and it was probably the worst theater experience I ever had, keeping in mind that I saw Grown Ups 2 in theaters, was fucking Transformers 2. I never wanted to walk out on a movie more. I did not have my own car. I was young. I was like probably still in middle school when that came out. And I went into theaters to see that because my I think my mom and sister, where were they going? They were going to see something else. I was about to say they were going to see the Disney Christmas Carol, but that was a different time where I got talked into a different movie. No, I got talked into seeing Transformers 2 of him and my cousin, and I hated it so fucking much. And if I did have a car or the movie theater was in walking distance, I would have walked out. I fucking hated it. No offense to anyone who likes that movie, maybe a little bit, because I think that
all offense to you, I'm sorry.
I think there's justifiable reasons to hate that movie that go beyond personal preference.
Hear me out. If you like those movies, I'm going to tell you this right now. There is other media of Transformers. You can do better.
Yeah.
Please get some help.
And it turned me off of ever watching anything from that series, and it's not fair, and maybe I still will someday. Maybe you'll show me something really good, Chris, but it was like, I do not need to see... because people defend the first one, and I was like, I'm not watching the first. You cannot make me watch another one of these movies after that.
Look, Bumblebee pisses on a man. Okay,
I was not critical. I was not critical of the movies I watched when I was in middle school. I was not. You could put on another one that I got talked into seeing with them. There was, remember that? You probably don't remember this movie because it was so forgettable. Planet 51. Like, it's like a human comes to Earth and all the aliens think that's the alien. You know, they're all panicking because of that.
Yeah, I know.
It very, was not talked about long. But I went and saw that with them, and it wasn't as bad as Transformers 2 or anything. I sat
to be fair with you,
I was fine with it.
That movie I have Stockholm Syndrome for.
before you say why, let me just say this. My mom and sister went and saw Christmas Carol, the Disney one, with Jim Carrey. And you know what? That's not like an amazing movie. But I saw it after the fact and was like, it would have been really cool to see in theaters. I mean, that would have actually been a neat experience. The issues with that movie are kind of just Jim Carrey is a little over the top in some areas. Like, he does good as some characters, but then there's other scenes where he's trying to be funny and it doesn't fit that story well. But I didn't think that the creepy, because it has like the same animation behind Mars Needs Moms and what's the other one? Probably the Polar Express, the most popular one, because it's actually not that bad. But I guess I actually like Christmas Carol more than that one because I think that the creepy imagery in the movie works for Christmas Carol. Because it's a more sad story. Like I thought it was a really cool idea, like a really cool movie. And most of my problems just come from, like, why does there need to be a scene where he is really small and everything he says is high pitched? Like, that's so out of place. It doesn't work at all. But it accomplishes some like genuinely great things with like retelling that story that so many fucking people have. Like, there is like a reason to check that one out over others now. And no, instead I saw fucking Planet 51. So Planet fucking 51.
Yeah, I feel like in comparison, that's a bad choice, but I prefer that over Transformers.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to walk out of it. I like I said, was not critical of movies in middle school. I sat through the whole thing. I enjoyed the whole thing. But I felt duped after the fact because I had a better choice. I forget what my mom and sister were going to see the day we saw Transformers 2 because they picked a different movie. I'm sure whatever it was better than Transformers 2.
I'm nostalgically critical, so I was sitting there like, oh god, this is bad in comparison to what we have.
Yeah.
With that being said, though,
like Planet
Transformers
51 people talk about Transformers still. Planet 51 was like so fucking forgotten.
I don't hate Planet 51. It's not a bad movie. I think, though, if I can say one thing, I will say that I do quote something from Transformers 2.
Yeah.
And it's a line that maybe... So, if there's a line at the beginning of Transformers 2 that makes me laugh, and it's notable because it's the only fucking scene that makes me laugh. And that's when the two fucking Skids and Mudflaps, they get into a quick argument, and then he hits them hard, and then Skids goes, ow, and then his rebuttal is, that's an ass whooping, it's supposed to hurt. And I laughed at that, and, I
mean, a bad movie can sneak a good line on.
Well, because it's quick.
You watched... I'm sorry that I'm talking so much instead of working on the... I mean, honest to God, that's for anyone watching the stream, that's better than me cutting audio. But,
well, game night has been. I am sorry.
But, like, oh my God. It's also just nice to sit here and talk to you, because, I mean, I had a whole week of, like, working my ass off, going home, lying down. Like, we didn't really do anything this week. Everybody was busy with something. I did watch fucking... Okay, I had a good Hollow Victory session with Matt because we watched The Haunted Mansion.
Was it good?
Oh,
the
It was a good podcast. I think it's actually one of my favorite episodes of Hollow Victories we ever recorded, and it is because Haunted Mansion 2023 fucking sucked.
So, can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
I have a magical power of where I predict movies and games. You can say that I'm wrong, but I have predicted stuff before, and it's just inevitability, right? So I was sitting there one day in California. I don't know what spurred it, but I'm like, hey, Olivia, wouldn't it be really cool if we remade Haunted Mansion but connected it with the actual Disney rides, right? Would it be cool if Disney made movies about the rides again? And then Jungle Cruise, and then to my fear, Haunted Mansion came out.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I think the 2003 one is better, and I don't even think that's a very good movie.
And and my pitch was that originally Haunted Mansion was supposed to have a connected part to it, which is the Museum of the Weird. So I was making a timeline between Tower of Terror, Haunted Mansion, and Museum of the Weird. All the movies would tell one cohesive story, but not being connected. Because I thought that was a cool idea. And then Disney made Haunted Mansion, and then it was dog shit. And I'm like, well, I will never be able to pitch this fucking idea.
I think that Haunted Mansion, the 2023 one, has good ideas throughout, and it executes every single one of them poorly. The
Yeah, that's
best
what
thing,
Disney did.
yeah, the best thing I can say about it is like, oh, it looks like shit too. I can't believe how bad it looked. It looked like fuck. It's so CG heavy, but it's like the first movie did have special effects in it, but it also kind of understood about setting up a shot that looks good on its own and then adding CG to enhance it. Where this movie was like, I bet the whole thing was filmed behind a green screen. It looked like shit. It looked fucking. It's embarrassing that it came out in 2023. I normally do not give special effects artists. I'm not gonna actually. I'm not giving them a hard time because I think it's with them. It's like strained for time, and also they gave them footage that they had almost nothing to work with. You know, they had to like make up everything on the spot. Where people who worked on the original Haunted Mansion, not only was it fucking 2003, but they also like, okay, here's the shot, here's what we clearly need to do. With Haunted Mansion 2023, I wouldn't be surprised if they looked at that and said like, fuck, okay, let's try this. I hope this works out.
It feels like also the 2003 one. I actually, it's me and Olivia's guilty pleasure. It's fun. Where the new one's like, it doesn't even look like you're trying to have fun. It looks like you're trying to make money, and you're not going to, because
Haunted
I can
Mansion.
tell that you're trying to make money.
Haunted Mansion 2003, 5 out of 10. I could absolutely understand someone liking it. I think there's good things about it. I think that despite maybe being like, I think Eddie Murphy did a pretty decent job in it. I think the issue is like they tried to make it into an Eddie Murphy comedy, and it's like you could have him act a little bit more sincere in this. You know, you could. I'm not saying you can't cast Eddie Murphy, but they were making it. I think a lot of the humor works against what it's trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the script is very good. But I think most of the cast give a solid performance. Even the kids aren't bad at that. And I
that's the
think that the
problem, is
mansion
that-
itself looks really cool, and they incorporate a lot of stuff from the ride in there. But it's just the fucking script is bad. Go ahead.
See, that's the problem, is that this movie runs off of charm. And that's it. Because I cannot tell you. I can tell you as much as I do not like the story, but I love the characters.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's kind of the mindset that I have. It's kind of the mindset that a lot of people have. But yeah, like it's just I don't know.
I was actually gonna pitch you guys a hollow victory, but like
Do it.
it's a hollow victory that cannot be done because even though the ending is bad, it's otherwise arguably a good movie, and the ratings are higher, so like it's not fair. Well, speaking of which, if we say hollow victories 3 times, I guess Matt just shows up.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh, hey. We're talking about Haunted Mansion, Matt. Good time, man.
You still have not sent me the audio.
Fuck you.
Michael, send me the fucking audio.
I'll send you the audio.
But like,
No,
I was
like right this second, but like
no, do it right this second.
I'm looking for stock photos for Spicy's house. It's harder than
You think? Yeah.
yeah. I can't really because I also don't think I want to just use stock photos. I do think I want to draw something. I don't know. Because part of me is like, it's okay to mix Spiny in with live action footage. I've done it in the past, but another part of me is like almost like Spiny's World having this MS Paint look to it. Like the illustrations are shit, but at least they're all like handmade. At least they all fit in with his world. Then
For sure. But the one I wanted to pitch that I do not think can happen because I think one's way more better received than the other one is The Day the Earth Stood Still versus War of the Worlds, the remakes.
oh yeah.
Because, like, I think War of the Worlds was received at least decently. Like, I know people didn't like the ending, but I think that, like, it's an okay... I think it's people... Like, I think there's people that will defend it, whereas The Day the Earth Stood Still remake, I do not know anybody that would, and I do not think you can technically pull it off as a hollow victory because, just because people say the ending sucked versus, like... So, I don't know if, you know, that could ever fucking happen.
it depends on. I think for me personally, I would say it just depends on.
Yeah, well,
the
it's not your show.
All right, you know, I won't say.
Sorry,
I won't say what I thought now.
No, I'm just fucking with you. Say what you're gonna say.
He's fucking with me. Fucking Jeff Keighley, Angry Joe, referencing that again.
So no, seriously, what are you gonna say now?
I forget. It's like
Anyways,
the number one way to like guilt someone who cut you off. Just say, I don't remember anymore.
Too bad I'm gonna move on. Anyways, what was the houses that you were going to? I'm curious.
I'm just looking at the pictures of like a lounge, or I don't want to say mansion because you get like a bunch of either haunted mansion images or something like way too fancy for Spicy. Because Spicy would have a nice big house, but it's not gonna be one that has like. It's not gonna look like someone like a house that someone would live in like during the 1700s.
That'd be hilarious.
But I'm finding images that I just want to like use for inspiration when drawing this house out. I hate that I have to do it. Like, there's a part of me it's just saying, just fucking skip it because you don't want to do it, so why do it? But another part of me is like, I am gonna look back at this episode upset that I used stock images for the background.
I think that it'd be funny.
I think it can be funny, and I think it works for a lot of people. I just don't know if it works for my show. It also would be good to get better at drawing backgrounds, since I'm probably going to need to be doing that once we get to Nelman.
I feel like the thing is that I think you might be beating yourself up a little too much on it, only because like there are people that do background art. So
yeah,
like,
if I could, honest to God, if I had a big enough channel, I would just pay people to make me backgrounds. Like, absolutely.
Because like I feel like definitely like yes, Nelman's a whole different situation though, right? Where Spiny Norman is an internet project. Also, not saying that internet projects aren't valid, but like it's one where I believe you've already done it anyways, right? Like I believe you already had an episode or something with a background already. I think it was Spicy. As ironically enough, Spicy is the one that I believe that has
It was Spicy. I did use pictures of my own house for that one. So at the very least, it was a picture I took. But the idea there is that, like, his house he has like a nicer house now. Like, he's become more successful since that one. But another thing is like the other two, it was the second and third episodes of Last Call. Spiny, like when Spiny's in the public restroom, that was a stock photo, and when they're at the restaurant for the dinner date, that was a lot of stock footage.
Because like I'm not trying to say like you're wrong for it. I'm just saying that like it's already happened, so like it's not out of, you know.
No, I know. It wouldn't like. I don't think it would really affect the episode for anyone other than me. I got enough images to work off of. I also don't want to use background images because Google fucking sucks now, and all of them are low quality.
Because like I think the biggest problem with like big houses, because I've even looked up a few, is that you are right. They look like these super over the top like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm gonna finish cutting the audio real quick. Just give me 1 minute, because this is almost done. I should have finished this already.
I'm fine with a comic taking its sweet time. Obviously, I want the comic sweet time. But an art time. Obviously, I want the content of each issue to be something worth reading.
Almost there.
But an arc can go on as long as it needs worth reading. But an arc can go on as long as it needs reading. But an arc can go on as long as it needs to, as long as it's justifying the time. I feel like the Metal Virus arc did justify the time. Buying the time.
Hey,
I feel like
are you talking about the comic with like Olivia's character in the smart background? Is that the ending where they ask you to talk about the games? Is that Olivia Stewart's character?
Yeah, that's after this scene though. But the
I would say that's
there in the middle.
Let's say that's kind of ironic that you're talking about the comic with the voice of a person that does comic content.
Oh yeah, no, this is after that. This is
Yeah, I caught on to that. I just thought that was, if it wasn't, I thought that would be funny.
Yeah, it would be. It is kind of, they do show up right after this. They're seen as next. Hello, welcome Amanda, who's just posted a bunch of emojis in chat. Welcome.
Metal Virus arc did justify the time. I hope that this comic will justify the time with Surge. Mimic. And anything else to come out in the future.
Baba Booey. Alright, now, once I put this footage, bring this footage back over, I actually will have a decent idea of how long this video will be. It might be off by, like, it could be off by, like, anywhere between, like, a few seconds and a minute, either way, but basically all the audio is in the video now. Because that was the last section I haven't put in yet. And all the stuff for Superstars, Prime, Murder is all in there now. They're fully edited, like visuals and all, so really it's just given footage to this last section and then edited in the final scene, which is gonna take still gonna take a longest amount of time because there's just so much going on in it. A lot of different characters, a lot of moving pieces. But
In the future.
I'm gonna give myself a few extra seconds to show off like scenery there. So the video should be about 35 minutes long. That's what it's looking like. Alright. Gonna switch over to Photoshop. I'll stop sharing my screen because I probably will make things difficult. Oh. I'm gonna turn my fan back on because I don't know why I had that off so long.
Just like hanging out at Cole's right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Live from Cole's.
Live from Cole's. It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Hey, Paisanos.
That's all I fucking did when me and Stuart recorded Five Nights 2. I was so fucking anxious the entire time that I just kept shouting that out in that voice. Hey, everybody, kids, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Hey, Paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
That was my defense mechanism, is I just had to keep talking about something. Like, Stuart was too focused to say anything, and I was just, like, on the edge of my seat the entire time, so I had to just, like, start yelling out random shit.
Michael, that's just what you do whenever we meet up in person.
Constantly on the edge of my seat. You're thinking, like, Michael owes someone money, and they're coming to collect tonight.
Yeah. Tonight, specifically.
Anyways, gonna try to give Spicy a nice background. I like this shot here of the pool. Spicy having a nice pool in his house. That's a good visual.
Hey, Olivia, is somebody at the door? Or is that the children deciding to scream at the top of their fucking lungs? Yeah.
I can try to draw a more straight line than that.
Can I get a sucker? Thank you. Ow, fuck. Jesus.
Oh. Enough, take a look at Arbiter.
I think that's just too good, but you know what? It's cute, so.
Baby version, if you'd rather use that, that's more clear that he's got the rosary.
No, it's all good. We'll just, You can put, like, oh, okay. Hey, Olivia? You can, like, put, like, a cross, like, above his, you know?
Halo, since the...
No, I think it's funnier for it to be a cross. Shit.
Why's my hand shaking so much right now? Jeez. I might be dying, guys.
You know, same. I'll let you know next one day. By the way, so I said this before. Did I make this clear that I had a drainage tube in my stomach and they just pulled it out? Like, no anesthetic.
No, you didn't say that part. You mentioned the drainage
Okay.
tube, but you didn't mention they just ripped it out.
They just cut a few stitches and just pulled it out. And poor Olivia was there, witnessing this happen. Milo was watching some kind of thing. Did you not save gameplay, or did I not put it in?
Drawing tips from Spiny. Know how to draw.
Did I not export?
I hope you did.
Matt's taking
Drawing
notes.
tips from Chris. Don't. Just don't. There's always somebody better than you. Don't do it.
If you're afraid that your art isn't going to be as good as everyone else's,
You're right.
You're right. And don't make anything. Idiot. Let me look at that.
You did not. You did not do it. It is so. I will do it.
If you think your art is better than everyone else's, it is.
You're
You are
narcissist
the best
about it.
artist.
You succeeded at being the best
Remember,
artist.
you made their
Congratulations.
child.
If nobody appreciates your art, everybody else is stupid.
Remember, you made their child. This is
I missed that.
Department affirmation every morning.
The sad thing with Butch is, like, I keep seeing people make posts, like, saying, who's the worst person from Nickelodeon? It's like pairing Butch with, like, Brian Peck and Dan Schneider. Of course it's Butch, alright? Like, Butch doesn't seem like a great guy, but he did not do what they did. He didn't do anything close to what they did.
See, I heard you completely wrong. Just not that bad of a guy.
Armin
Right? He's just a...
is like kind of an egotistical prick, but that's not a crime.
Yeah.
In my world, it is.
He has traced art before, which is bad, but it's not. It's bad when you're selling art and you're
Yeah,
tracing
see, that's what I was gonna say.
it. Yeah, like because there's way tracing art is okay if you're like practicing with it or you're like not releasing it as your own. It's okay as like a way to like kind of get familiar with certain shapes and whatnot or how to draw something. But yeah, obviously you should not be releasing it as your own and you shouldn't be selling it. There's definitely a learning curve where I think it's okay.
I think if I can throw my 2 cents in here, because me and Olivia have come to this conclusion, it's not that tracing is bad, it's like straight up tracing is bad. Using a base model is fine, but you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
but if you're
everybody
like
kind of
just straight up, but if you're just straight up tracing and then like there's no newness, like you don't do anything with it, no,
Yeah.
that's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's kind of like any art, like has like some sort of most art takes from other art. Like, so yeah, it's as long as you're like creating your own thing out of it.
Like
Tracing
you can't
it,
blatantly
tracing
trace.
it, and then like tracing it and then just changing a few colors up or adding a few details isn't enough. But like if you're using like the base of something, do what you got to do, but do it. Make sure it's your own art. Make sure you're doing your own thing. Make sure you're actually doing your own thing. Oh man, I hate this. I hate this so fucking much.
Hey, by the way, you're gonna get like a mass influx of Better Call Saul shit.
Okay, that's all good. I haven't downloaded anything yet, so don't take anything down yet. Make sure you're keeping everything archived.
I will try. Where the fuck did I get derailed is the question of the day. Hey Olivia, do you mind editing audio? Okay, so I'm done with this. I've done my piece. You just have to do the gameplay. Oh shit, okay.
This is a plant, I guess.
I guess. Ah, shit.
It's like a twig with a couple of leaves attached to it, and Spicy thought it was fine art.
I believe that Spicy would buy it off of a guy that's like, hey, it's fine art. And he's like, I guess. You know, like, he wouldn't want to be mean to the guy.
And then people come into his house, look, this is fine art. Get it?
This was just like on display outside of a Sonic that was closing. One of the guys there was like, yeah, you can have that if you want.
Spicy mourns every Sonics that gets shut down.
Fucking ankle.
I don't know. So I got a plant, I've got the pool, I've got the windows. I don't want to copy everything in this image. The plant was unique. I didn't take the plant from this image. Didn't even really take the pool size or the diving board from it. And I will erase details and rearrange some things to make it look better, but not much better. I just want to use this as a shot that I can plaster a bunch of characters into. And it's also going to be where Matt and Mitzi are standing when they're looking over at Spiny on the other side of the room.
Yeah, you're the Hedgehog 2 Spidey dies, guys. Don't let Michael tell you otherwise. Spidey is dead. He canonically dies in this episode. I promise you. Nay, I guarantee he is dead.
The rest of the series is just his dying hallucinations.
Yeah.
Here, we're going to throw in some characters, just put them in the pool.
They're just standing on top of it. They're not actually in it.
I'm gonna put. I'm not gonna put the grieving man in the pool. He's still grieving from the last episode. He's just standing at the party. Not even gonna draw a new image of him. Stripey Norman can be in the pool.
It should be like mostly Spiny Norman characters, but there's also a PNG of like Kinpenders in there.
We could put.
Part of me really wants to read his new comic, but another part of me doesn't want to pay for it. And that same part of me doesn't want to pirate it, so I just don't want to fucking, you know.
I'll have Chris Moeller. What I name this character again? Let's see. I'll have him like sitting in a chair. I just named him Moeller. Okay. He's Crass
You
Moeller.
gave him a name in the video, I think.
I think I did. I'll have a chair here that he can be sitting in. They can roll some chairs, look.
So I learned something.
What's
did
that?
Matt leave?
Just briefly.
Okay. So I learned that if you want Chris to get pissed at, or if you want me to have a decent amount of rant at Nintendo, just let me talk about GameCube games.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because in my Star Fox episode, I I rant about how you'll watch it or not. Who the fuck cares? I I don't want to have a repeating talking point because you leave comments on my videos, so I assume you watch them. If you don't, that's cool. Because I don't expect people to. I don't expect my friends to watch my shit. But you know, I'm also hoping that I said Star Fox. Okay. Like, don't get me wrong, I really, really, really like Nintendo. They're one of my favorite whatever fucking companies. But, like, they do some dumbass things.
I got, like, a mini version of what I think this rant is going to be the other day. Because we were talking about Star Fox, and because we were just talking about GameCube games in general. That didn't really get...
You get my rants. I think that's another thing is why I don't get why you watch my fucking shows is because you get my rants at some point. Like, I mean, there's inevitably games that I will never talk about with you, but
I could throw the same thing back at you, Spiny. You know, you hear some of my Spiny rants, and you actually watch me edit some of the videos and come back anyway.
You know, but see, the difference is like that's cool to see it completed, though.
I think your videos are cool to see completed. What are you talking about? I'm not just being nice here, Chris. I am being nice because you're my friend, but I like your videos. You sell yourself short sometimes.
Oh, I know. It's just in comparison, though, and I'm gonna say this as like weird. I feel like the thing is, you, Olivia, and Stuart and Matt just. To be fair, here we're all doing different things, but your videos are great.
Thank you. I think yours are good. I think yours are great too. I think that like the key difference between stuff that like Matt makes, like what me, Matt, Stuart make, is I think that our videos are like there's always a bit more of a comedic edge to them. I think Stuart's closer to you because I think Stuart does. I feel like Stuart's videos are more heavily researched than me and Matt's, but I also think he throws in a lot of editing jokes like me and Matt do. Probably more actually. I think that's something that helped. Like Stuart's videos have a great pace into them. And I think that's why it takes them so long to release them, because there's so many fucking editing jokes. Like definitely even more.
Damn it.
But then you and Olivia focus more on informal videos. But I mean, I think that's I may have made this point so many times, but I don't know if doing bits would work in your video. And you do sometimes do them, and I do like them, but you don't like. With what I don't know, with what I'm doing, this makes more sense. And with what Matt's doing, his bits make more sense. Where you're quite literally talking about if a game holds up still or not. So having like evil Chris show up might be might be a little weird. Because I mean, in a lot of ways, Spiny Norman is like not just like discussing games; it's also kind of satire of that era of YouTube. Dr. Howard is very much a parody character of like having the evil character who shows up in your reviews that you have to stop. Like it's like because it just so clearly doesn't belong there, but so many people did it.
Yeah,
because like the idea of Spiny is just some of them are just reviews. Like the Smash Bros. Episode was definitely I just want to talk about the game. I don't want to do a big skit. Other times it's like I do want to. Other times I feel like it's more of a character-driven show.
Yeah, I think with me it's just I want more people to play old games, but like there's a giant fee to entry, so I'm trying to break down that fee, but Nintendo tells me to fuck off on every occasion.
Right.
Like I feel like if I ever do get popular, Nintendo will not be my friend. Because I give them shit. And I mean other YouTubers do too, but I think like I've been getting less apologetic as time goes on. I've learned.
I mean Nintendo is definitely a company that deserves the shit they get.
You know, it's really funny because I would agree with you, except for the fact that like I'm happy that they aren't accessible versus other terrible things companies have done.
I love how Chris like here has like such a highly realistic body because I just traced it like him for the bit, but then his
Christian?
legs. No, Chris Moeller. But then his legs are just fucking like any other legs I draw.
Oh my god.
Let's take away our reference image now, because it did just kind of trace over with a different position, and I will color him in.
Michael, I know Chris is too nice to say anything, but you're not streaming to Discord.
Oh
I know I'm
shit!
not.
I wasn't paying attention.
No, I'm intentionally not streaming the Discord. Discord's been fucking that up lately.
Oh,
Okay.
The
Fair
stream
enough.
Discord, you bitch! Damn it!
I would love to be streaming the Discord. It just Discord is not making that easy right now.
Okay, because Matt's correct that I normally wouldn't say shit, but at this moment I'm also editing a thing, so like I'm.
I'll try. I mean, I'll try to stream the Discord. Let's see if it's any better. I guess we have to test. We actually have to see if it's getting better before we can say it's still like that.
I mean, I thought the problem was generally with video games.
It was acting up with Photoshop last time, but maybe it won't be so bad this time.
You were bold to fall asleep in this room.
We'll make them just have like
Grab it.
raisins on.
You can grab it.
It's on the floor. I didn't eat it yet.
But there's Chris Moeller.
Chris Molehair.
Mole hair.
Molehair. Ah!
Marone. Alright. I got two characters in the shot now.
Can you do me a huge favor?
What's that?
Can you please never have his legs be consistent?
I don't know how many times he'll show up, but
Like, I always, like, if we're ever at a mall in a Spidey Norman episode, I want him in the background, but his legs to be, like, never the consistent, like, size.
I'll put Spiney's other family member, like I'll have like Lubert and Dubert in the pool or something.
What about Spidey's other brother?
I like the idea of him talking to Spicy, so maybe even they could be like talking in the shot. And then I can just use the color of the wall for other close-ups I need. Maybe like put a picture frame behind them. Yeah, I'll put Spicy and his brother talking here. Okay, I know it. I'll use references. I won't trace these two. Spicy, I probably don't even need a reference, but I'll pull one up just in case. Spicy, I've already drawn a decent bit for this. He changed his expression a lot in his scene.
You see what you've been drawing this whole time, Olivia? You just kind of like... You disappeared, and you just drew a whole bunch of... Oh, you're drawing more Spicy? A Spicy Spiny? Oh, okay.
It's just sharing page.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, I might just trace over them.
I'm gonna have Arbiter and Master Chief doing a little manly like game done. Yeah.
Why not just trace over them?
Hey, can I take a pain, man?
No,
You taking a Motrin? Yeah.
Yeah, I need that.
feel the pain.
Someone with Michael.
Here, I'm gonna...
You are putting way too much effort into this Halo art. But then again, Olivia, you've also... Where's my phone? I gotta send Michael this shit.
Let me see.
I don't think he'll give a shit.
I'll give a shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's
I'm
pretty
gonna export Matt's auto for him now, so I don't forget about
Also,
that.
Michael absolutely hates art that isn't
so
his.
tough wasn't working. Like, I had homed and argued about if I wanted to go to the other quick trip, but you took long enough that I'm like, all right, I'll go to the other quick trip. And I was pulling back into the parking
Oh,
lot.
I gave this a horrible fucking name.
Yeah, but anytime Michael sees shit, anytime Michael sees other art, he starts screaming really loud.
All right, yeah, send it to me and I'll do.
I can't bend that way, Olivia. Ah,
You got it?
no. By the way, I'm obviously joking, Olivia. I'm actually sending this because I'm super proud of what you did with this.
Oh, thanks.
And I think Michael will madly appreciate it.
I'm
I
gonna
want to see
scream.
it.
Okay, well, I'll put it in the I'll put it in our Discord then.
Yes.
Because it's for the title. It's for a title card. Of one of the games I'm working on. I just need to not be in fucking pain. It's not finished, but like I absolutely love what Olivia did with it.
Did you send it yet?
Yeah, it's in the
Oh,
Gremlin
it's so
chat.
cute.
What did you put it in the comics chat?
Yeah.
Look at it. It's so cute.
That is good.
So freaking cute.
Yeah, that does look very good. Let me zoom in on that. If Discord will let me. It looks really fucking good. The art style's like kind of like spot on there. I love how like you were able to like how Olivia was able to get everything like so close together too, like the covers always do. Yeah, that's really fucking good. I'm really fucking excited to play Thousand Year Door. I just I gotta save up money a little bit more before I do that.
No, I get it. We're still debating on if we're even going because of the fucking
Yeah.
injury. Do you think they disposed of the gallbladder? Or do you think they, like, put it in one of those things of, here's a fucking disgusting gallbladder for students?
I would ask you if they were going to display it, but I don't know.
I don't know why I didn't think of that. You brought up a great point. I don't know why. I guess when it comes to consent and medical, it never comes to mind.
They all.
You know what it kind of looks like? It looks like an old
Maybe it's that gross.
It looks like an old Google.
Maybe it's that gross. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't be like, you want to keep it.
Chris, what if they were like, we want to use it in
Would you
a
have kept it?
in a art film? It's going to be used in a stop motion movie.
My gallbladder.
It has the
Actually,
perfect shape.
It's funny, I texted you about, like, you got, like, one part of my medical experience. And it was only because it was comparable to fucking Better Call Saul.
Yeah. Oh, we're still on the fucking, like, last 2 episodes of season 3. I'm really excited to watch those.
I'm like Chuck, because I had an inconvenient thing in the medical field. Oh.
More like Better Call Gallbladder.
Better goal my bladder. That didn't really work. I know everything else I say always works, but...
Always, every time.
I'll change Spicy's arms. With the direction they're in.
Have you ever gotten, like, in...
Just thinking about, like, if I reviewed all of Breaking Bad, and every time I referred to Saul Goodman, I called him "It's All Good Man." Like every single time I insisted on saying "It's All Good Man."
I would have a fucking attack. I'd be dead by the time you...
I'm gonna say this without any care because I might have already said it because you've said it so many times, Matt. You do know that's actually what the meaning behind his name is, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I mean, most people
That's
probably
fucking spoilers, dude.
most people probably figured that, but they don't say it once in Breaking Bad. In fact, he tries to say in Breaking Bad, his excuse is he tried to come up with a Jewish sounding name, but in
See, that's what I thought.
and then in Better Call Saul, it's like, no, you do hear like a flashback where he used the name Saul Goodman in the past because it was like a fun play on words.
But see, listen, I didn't think that. I thought it was the other reason. Okay.
Yeah. Funny thing with Better Call Saul is he is not really. I don't want to say how long he is Saul Goodman in that show, but for a very large portion of it, his name is not Saul Goodman at all.
It's slipping, Jimmy. He's been slipping.
He goes by a fucking shitload of names in that show, actually.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner is one of them.
He's got a plate.
Yes.
Why?
I was eating off. I had some pasta. Pizza. Pasta. Put it in a box. Delivered it to me.
Everything in this one fucking shot here is for like 2 seconds of the video.
My cock, my cock, my cock, my cock, my cock, my cock.
My cock.
Okay.
Easy on my peony and some salsa for my balls.
I had no idea what Matt was doing. I just decided to go along with it.
I hate you. Something made me laugh. It hurts when I laugh. Olivia, stop sending me garbage.
I just imagine like Chris opens up like a package and it's just filled with trash and it's just like, Olivia, stop sending me garbage.
Then she runs away like a raccoon into the night. Apparently Morgan Spurlock died.
Who's that again?
Super Size Me, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right, okay. You know, like
Matt and I were
people
talking
were
about him
talking-
like a day before he died.
yeah, people were talking shit about him on Twitter, and then he died like 2 days later.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna go.
Matt and I's conversation was a
shit
little
talked
bit more
about me on
charitable of
Twitter,
him.
and then I'm gonna fade back into the ether.
Like, Matt at least mentioned a movie he likes from him. But Super Size Me I liked when I was in school. And then it kind of just became way less like well thought of. Like, I don't know, people's opinion on it went down a lot. He also made a fucking sequel that apparently sucked ass.
Starts Twitter discourse just to die immediately after.
I think I feel like Super Size Me isn't like. I feel like Super Size Me is one of those things that I hear people talk about it like negatively, and they're like, I don't really give a shit, I guess, because like it's one of those things that I don't think about it too much, but I guess people think about it more than I do. So
I just don't think it's like much to say about it, good or bad. Like, yeah, it's like people's biggest gripe with it is that it's obviously you're gonna feel bad if you do not eat nothing but fast food for a month. But it's also like, yeah, but I mean, the movie acknowledges that from the very start of it. It's not like that's a big. It's not like it's treating that like it's a reveal. It's just like, you know, it's just to kind of check on where his like blood pressure and everything is, and like what the exact effect of it would be. The issue is that he was like the issue that a lot of people. I don't want to talk about this too much because I'm not, you know, not to give this guy, you know, he's dead now. We can leave him alone. But it was just like he was drinking heavily and he admitted to that during it, so that definitely played a part. So his results were a little less accurate than I guess. But at the same time, I think the problem there is just taking the documentary too seriously. Because I don't think it was one that was meant to be taken that seriously. I mean, the film had a very silly presentation throughout. It's not something that was...
like all in all, I feel like if you give him shit, it's like, yeah, but like
I would give him more
I don't
shit
know.
for Super Size Me 2 just because he made it after none of his other films were working out for him. So it kind of felt like a desperate way to come back. But I should stop now because it is a little disrespectful right after he went. I don't think a little bit of Twitter beef, sure, why not? Twitter complains about stupider shit than that, but at the same time, it's like he didn't do anything that bad.
I believe in respecting the dead, but I also believe acknowledging what they did while they were alive is something that we have all right to do.
Oh, I agree with
And,
that. I just don't think he did
What
anything
did you
that
say?
bad.
What
I
was
don't-
it, Fitzy?
I don't think he did anything that bad. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know. People on Twitter are like, I saw some people on Twitter after that happened where it's like, well, good that he's dead. He did this. It's like that's too fucking extreme.
Yeah,
For
no,
him,
no,
yes.
I don't really care about him enough to be like
Exactly.
angry about him.
Exactly.
I'm not like, okay, it's not like he was a war criminal. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I liked his movie, Greatest Movie Ever Sold. It's a documentary about product placement that was
I'm
funded
gonna have to check that one out.
I mean, I liked Super Size Me when I was a kid in school because it would show it in health classes. I don't know if it was like necessary to show in health classes, but I enjoyed it because it had like a silly presentation. It was like trying to be entertaining to
And
kids.
that means I didn't have to do jack shit.
Yeah, I liked it better than health class.
Yeah.
Like, all right, time to draw and not pay attention to this at all.
You know what's really bad about Super Size Me, though? And it might just be my fat ass. Is that in health class, it did the exact fucking opposite of it was like, man, you know what sounds good? McDonald's. Instead of trying to tell me all the bad shit.
I mean, honestly, I same. It did make me want to eat McDonald's a lot of the time. It did probably have an opposite effect on me because, like,
But no, see, I do not believe in not speaking ill of the dead. After all, me and you had a long conversation.
No, I'm not.
About is it cool that I say this here? Is it cool?
Yeah, you can.
I feel like it's such a if you know, I'm gonna just say this: if you're gonna say that I'm wrong for it, fight me. But like when OJ died, me and you were definitely like, yeah, you know what?
Well, yeah, I think it's kind of. I mean, you know, I think it's a case by case basis, kind of. But yeah, I don't think a person being dead is like excuses them from their actions. I mean, like if you're gonna say that, then are you gonna say that about everyone? Are you gonna say that about Hitler? Are you gonna say that about like you just can't like.
Like
no,
I mean,
like yeah, being dead does not excuse
on
you
the
from your
fact
sins.
that I don't give enough of a fuck. It's just interesting that a guy that I was forced to watch his movie during school, passed. That's what I think is interesting. I know nothing about him outside of that, and he does not make me upset in any way.
No, I mean, I don't think the fact that he was like a heavy drinker during the making of Super Size Me is a reason to hate him. So if you want to say it's a reason to criticize the movie, sure. If you want to say it's a reason to criticize the movie, then sure, but it's not a reason to hate the guy.
Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
I feel like if you're like, I hated him because he was drinking during the movie, my immediate response is, how did you know that?
I think
Why
he
do you
admitted.
know this?
I think he said it himself. I don't, because he was talking
really
about some
cool.
problems he went through. But yeah, it doesn't really. My argument is that it's like, okay, he was a little dishonest during the McDonald's movie. It's not. Who cares? Super Size Me wasn't. It's not like he lied in a documentary about something a lot more serious. It was a movie that got played in
fucking
health
McDonald's.
class. Yeah, like it's exactly what we're describing it as, a movie that got played in fucking health class. I don't know. I just think the internet needs to pick its battles a little better sometimes. What color's house should Spicy's wall be? What color should spice? I mean, maybe just like a light grayish color. Maybe I'll make it more on the blue side, but like a super light blue. Yeah, I'm good with that. Spending a lot of time on someone that's going to be in this for 2 seconds. I just want there to be like a shot that indicates there is like something kind of lively going on in this house before it just cuts back and forth between Spiny and some other random character.
Can I ask you a question that, like, an asshole question to ask?
Sure.
Do you ever regret Michael Help Wanted, particularly the ending of Michael Help Wanted?
I regret the ending of Michael Help Wanted because I used a copywritten song and now it's muted and I can't unmute it. Why? What else about Michael Help Wanted should I regret? Just out of curiosity.
Did you use like Rich Alvarez as an actual character?
Oh yeah, I did. I don't really regret doing that. It was like I was poking fun a little bit, but I don't think I was that like mean or anything in it.
Oh no, you weren't. I'm just asking like more of a hindsight thing. Like I'm not saying like, you know, to be fair here, it's not like how Michael Help Wanted is popular. It's not like
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I don't know. I'm not even subscribed to that channel. So I have no clue if people are still watching it and if there's like a discourse, but
I don't want people to watch it.
Which at this point I'll stop bringing attention to it. But
no,
like,
we can talk about it. I would hope people would, even if this channel got big and people from it wanted to see what I was talking about, I'd hope they'd have enough sense to watch 2 seconds of it and realize they didn't want to watch more of it.
I can't wait until like I love it because I love when YouTubers. There's like a set of YouTubers that like keep track of other YouTubers. You know what I mean? Like make a mini documentary.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see like you and Matt's mini documentary, especially yours, because it'd be really funny for them to be like, and then they made Michael Help Wanted.
Yeah, I'll say this. I do like. I would really I would really hate people prying on to Bemis 100 and like starting to talk about everyone there. There's people in that channel that I don't want to talk to again. Like, so I would hate it if like that started to like resurface and get big. But I can't even. I mean, I'm not gonna take it down. It's part of it's part of my life. There's definitely good times from it. And like friendships off of that channel I deeply value, but it's not really something that I would want people watching today. For a lot of reasons.
I have only had YouTube channels all together, and 3, 4 now, and I'm perfectly fine with 2. I'm perfectly fine with 3 of them. The other one I'm not fine with because I don't even know what the fuck's on it anymore.
Ooh, I had Burninator way back in the day, and I, like myself, have called attention to that.
I'll call attention to my old channel. I just don't want it to be something that a ton of people are watching. I don't think they would, though. I think they'd get bored. Sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
No,
I really can't access my channel.
There is older stuff on my own, like, current channel that I'm like, you don't watch this.
Yeah. My issue with my Bemis 100 channel specifically is just, I mean, I did not have a fucking filter when I was 14. I said shit that, like, is definitely would be frowned upon today, and I like, it's not, like, I was also, I'm 14, I'm not that worried about it. I think most reasonable people would look at that and not assume I still act like that, but it's also just
Michael, it's beautiful that you believe that there are reasonable people on the internet.
Well, no, that's the thing. I know that I think that there are reasonable people, but I think that there's enough unreasonable people to, like, someone would give me shit for that. Someone absolutely would. It wouldn't matter how young I was when I did it. I never said anything too outrageous. Like, I don't think there's anything that, like, there's like words that I wouldn't say anymore, you know? But even then, not even like some of the worst ones. You know, like I've never said the N word in a video.
Well, just like that, here I have footage of you secretly being recorded. I'm just.
The only time it ever got said in a video of mine was by Tariq, and it wasn't in the script. And I was just like, all right, sure, I can say it. I'm fine. He didn't even go hard R with it. But so I was just like, all right, fine, that can stand.
I think
I never got that edgy.
Well, once again, here we go with Michael. I'm just playing, but I have no clue what the fuck people would do if I ever was popular enough. I have no clue what people would watch on my channel because like there is too much of a difference.
Right.
Between me now and me them, like quite literally. That I don't know what people would watch. I mean, Nostalgia Goggles, like eventually there's gonna be some kind of crossover because Nostalgia Goggles started there.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, when was that? Yeah, 8 years ago, and nope, 9 years ago. Jesus fucking Christ. So I love my year was wild, right? Okay, 9 years ago for me, I interviewed Rich Alvarez, I interviewed Linkara, and then I interviewed Michelle Ivy. That was what I was doing 9 years ago. And then I decided to make Nostalgia Goggles. I hate those episodes.
I hate my older views too, honestly.
I mean, pretty consistently, it's whatever I made more than 2 years ago.
I'm okay with some of my older movie Mackel videos still. It's the Exploding Duck Brigade reviews that I can't stand. There's a lot of them, but I am gonna bring one of them back up in a video because I think it's funny. For Lost World, it's gonna switch back and forth between the past and the present because it's the one Sonic game I reviewed in the past, and I'm like, oh, I could just like draw over my old video and like have it cut back and forth to like what Spiny thought back then and what Spiny thinks now. It's especially good because I talked about the 3DS port in the old one, and now I can talk about the Wii U port.
It's funny on how my old videos are dated because, like, I'm watching my Banjo-Kazooie episode and I literally talk about the Nintendo eShop, a thing that is long dead. Not long dead, but dead, you know what I mean?
It's funny watching the my old ones just because I was like fucking denial about Sonic back then.
It's funny to watch my old ones because the denial of who I am.
Oh yeah. No, but like I at the end of my Lost World video, I like announced that I'm never talking about the series again. We saw how well that went.
What are you doing, Olivia? What are you?
I also said that like I've also claimed that pretty much most of the games are bad, except for like the classic ones. I think in the Lost World one I did admit I liked Adventure. I don't know. There was this mindset online that I just fully developed after a while.
No, you know what's really funny is that I had like
I didn't actually share my opinions. I shared opinions that I thought other people had.
I shared my opinions, but close to reviewing Sonic Adventure back when I started Nostalgia Goggles before I moved to channels.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand how I had to go, I'm not a Sonic fan, but and that was back when I scripted the videos, and there was a whole bunch of that.
Yeah. Yeah, just admit it, and then I was a Sonic fan. Videos started becoming a lot more fun to make after that.
Because, yeah, no, it's like, I'm not a Sonic fan, but if I had to say, this was a pretty good Sonic game, blah, 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 so... You know.
To be fair, that was, like, the rough period of time for Sonic. It was, like, before Mania. It was, like it took forever for a new game to come out after Generations, and it was fucking Lost World, which isn't very good.
I will say one thing.
It's not the worst. Like Lost World doesn't. I wouldn't go as far as to say it sucks, but
So I'll say one thing that is funny about my videos is for some reason I had an affinity for hoodies in my old videos.
Mm-hmm.
And that just came full circle. My hoodies are just gay now.
Yeah. The hoodie aesthetic. I had the hoodie aesthetic in the one show I had on the Duck Brigade, where I always wore a hoodie in those, but now I don't even show myself. On a Movie Mackle, it was that PNG head I drew for myself on the old man wheelchair, and now it's spiny.
Like, I am proud of, like, if I could say there's one of my old videos, I really do like my Mario Maker video, and then I'm sitting there still to this day going, like, do Mario Maker 2, and coming to the conclusion, no, probably not.
For me, it's like, I'm okay. Most of my Movie Mackle videos I still think are decent. Like, I have problems with all of them now, but I don't think that, like, any of them are terrible for the most part. I think my Glass review was decent. I think my Skyscraper video was funny. Childhood Trauma, I just wish I dropped the fucking smoker voice. Other than that, I think it would still be a good video. I've probably like repeated myself too much in that video too. Like I would keep phrasing things the same way. Like I felt like a Watch Mojo video at certain points during that, but I liked the visuals I made for the video. This last video, I don't know if we even want to bring him up too much anymore. It's the last video Cody helped me with before we stopped talking. Because he did some illustrations for it. But yeah, like,
You know what sucks is that I feel like my old Nostalgia Goggles videos are a sneeze between Angry Joe, like that era, and GameTube. Like I could have gone down a whole other path.
I feel like I don't think I ever quite became the angry critic. I think I had videos that resembled that, but I don't think I was ever like fully that. I think there was enough positivity in any of the review shows I did.
The problem is I'm not an angry critic. I just have over-the-top reactions.
Right. I had rant moments, and my rants fucking sucked because I would refuse to actually shout during any of them. So it would always be the, I'm talking like this when I'm angry. You know, like, fuck that. It's fucking terrible.
See, I was very dedicated to actually yelling sometimes. There are videos where... There are videos where I'm like out in public yelling. And you can like see people in the background looking at me.
Matt, you just yell.
I did have that.
Time, everything.
But it was normally for a skit. I wouldn't do it for a review.
Mainly at your laptop, but you do yell. Like I worry sometimes that like our neighbors are gonna think that there's domestic abuse going on in this apartment because of how much you scream at your laptop.
I scream at my laptop. I'm not allowed to give anyone a hard time about that. But everyone else here can give me a hard time.
Fake screaming?
No, I actually yell at my computer. Technology it's infuriating. It is.
I'm not a person that occasionally... I don't yell as much as...
Matt's almost done. Sorry, Chris, I'm being rude.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with yelling. I just, I don't know. I get frustrated. I think the equivalent of my yelling is I will cry before I yell. Like, it will come to tears.
I liked the episode
if my computer frustrates me enough, I will cry. I do yell. Don't get me wrong. I'll yell for comedical effect, and I will yell if I'm angry enough. But I will come to tears before I yell at like technology. I get too frustrated and I get overwhelmed.
What
do you think?
What was I saying? I'm losing my train of thought too easily again today.
I'm sorry if that makes me come off as a bitch, but like...
No, not really. Technology is infuriating. I'm not going to give anyone a hard time for the ways they deal with it. It's especially hard when you're trying to do, like, when you're working on stuff, and it's like just making your job harder. Fucking... No, I don't want to show that on stream. It's a client job. Now I gotta draw Mitzi.
You know what? As I'm rewatching my old videos, I've realized one major thing.
What's that?
The reason why I don't like it is because I try to be funny.
In your older videos?
Yeah, in older nostalgia goggles. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
You know what I'll say about trying to be funny in videos? No matter how bad the joke is, no matter how, like, much you're worried other people are just going to roll your eyes at you, as long as you laughed at it, it's fine.
I think the thing that's funny about it is I don't want to toot my own horn and say that I'm funny, but there's a few things that I've laughed at in these videos. You know, so it's not that it's just, I feel like I prefer, I don't know, I'm not somebody that's good at making jokes by myself. I'm better off playing off of somebody. So I just know that that's my strength, and so I would much rather just not try to make a joke that I will not find funny in the next day or two. So feel like being funny in reviews isn't my thing. I'd rather tell a story that's funny than have a review.
I hear you. Oh, that almost worked. Fuck you! Haha. Too flat on the top there. Alright, that'll do. Actually, have not drawn. Oh wait, we have Xanderbrow in chat. I know Chris tried to be funny because he liked my high school movies. That can't be real. She cray cray, lol. Welcome, Xanderbrow. No, I love the little raccoon. That's great. Am I still with you guys? Did I lose connection? I no longer hear anyone.
I'm here. I just haven't said anything.
Chris might have gone out. Chris.
I'm working on the Ferdinand got phalangeed video.
I am gonna start uploading my Hall of Victories audio now because it's exported. And then I will send that to you, Matt. You'll have it today.
I'm sorry, did you say something my parents called?
Oh, you're good. No, I mean, Will was in the chat, commented on you.
God damn it. Hey, Will.
Since we only have one viewer now, and it's probably me monitoring chat, so I think Will left.
Well, Will, if you didn't leave, we'll watch more of your movies. I'm excited to see your actual movie.
I've been watching the Zandabrow movie part by part. So I probably won't stream that one. I will still here. He just left a smiley face. An XD, I mean. It's gonna take a while, Matt, because WAV files always take fucking longer to upload.
What
You're
does?
happy with yourself. WAV files. Mitzi. Cheers
Right,
to
well,
almost
I'm
being
gonna-
30. Cheers. Are you almost 30? Are you almost 30, Will? I thought it was older than you.
I'm almost 32, but that's for not 32, but I'm almost 30.
I'm close to being 30, I guess. Like I'm 28, but I won't say I'm almost 30
Sorry,
until I'm 29.
you ask me something?
No, I just started saying your name
No.
because I'm drawing you.
Oh, okay. You were drawing me.
Well, I'm gonna head out, guys. I gotta go take a walk.
Okay.
I'll throw
Alright.
you.
Alright.
I think Michael's doing Sonic Blast today,
Well, yeah,
Yay!
despite my wishes.
we're
and then
gonna. Because I realized I Mandela affected myself into believing that we did 4 of them, but we didn't do 4 of them.
a month goes by. So hey, here's the 5th playthrough.
Had a Young Mario Bros. Review. Was so weird seeing my high school crew. Nice. Bye, Chris.
All right,
You mean
well, have a good day.
had a Young
I'll see
Mario
you guys
Bros.
in a little
review?
bit.
So what you meant to say, Will? Yeah, talk to you later, Chris. We'll do Saul and fucking Brush. Blast, I mean. Reunion, I mean, yeah. I figured as much. Missy has like a really fucking big hand in this shot. Like they're ready to fucking punch someone.
Well, Tom Green very much.
Also, your cameo airs tomorrow. Oh, nice. I was wondering when that was going to show up.
Like 2 people who are saying that the movie influenced them in a way.
Well, I don't know when this is going to happen. It's probably not going to be for a while, but my character in the show, Spiny, is a big Sonic fan, but he disappointed his father his whole life because his father was a big Mario fan. And me and Chris thought it'd be really funny if you voiced his father in one episode because of that. So let me know if you're down for it. It won't be for a while if you're down, because I have to find an episode where it's fitting to put him in there. But if you're down with that, let me know, and I'll definitely keep that in mind for when we actually make that one. Because I think that'd be fun. I've been trying to find a character that you could voice in the series. Finding my dad, POV.
Erica.
You can also hear Matt edit in his video. For Freddy Got Fingered. Oh. I wasn't even giving you a hard time about that, Matt. You've been doing that this whole stream. Freddy Got Fingered. Coming soon. That's actually... I'm not supposed to say that, am I? I'm sorry. But Will's the only one who knows now. Freddy Got Fingered is an interesting movie. That's such a hardcore slur, bro. JK lol. What was such a hardcore slur? Freddy Got Fingered? Baba Boo. Whoop, gotta head out, but it was a nice plopping in. Nice having you, Will. Have a good one. Probably gonna end this soon anyway. I just want to get enough characters in the shop before I do that. And this one shot could be fucking over. Say hi to Mumkey for me. You know Mumkey better than I do. I feel like Mumkey would not enjoy my channel. I think Mumkey would be mean to me. He might like my Better Call Saul videos. I think he would fucking hate the Sonic stuff. So much effort for a shot that isn't even going to be fucking good.
Michael's still there, or did he leave too?
No, Michael's still here.
Yep.
It just was really quiet, so I didn't know.
Not much going on. Just putting together the shot. I don't like. But at least it's an indicator that we're almost done. The grieving man. He grieves as he stares at the pool. Probably need to make these three a little smaller, actually. I think they're like the same. They're actually like a little taller than Spicy. And they shouldn't be. The way I have it now, it just looks like they're drowning in the pool. Of those two together, and Lubert off on his own in the pool tells a thematic story, because Lubert's like separated. He's a bit more separated from his siblings. He actually kind of likes Spiny, and the others hate him.
5. Yeah.
Spicy.
Scuba outfit, and I'd like to help release some tension here at this accounting office. Big whack up.
on. Two. This one's gonna be interesting because since she's in a pool, she probably shouldn't have her bow on. So let's have like the hair kind of going back as if it's wet.
Alright.
That's a go. Nope, it's not. I forgot to close it. That should be. There we go. Lubert's just staring down Chris Moeller. He doesn't like what he sees. He's very disturbed.
He's like, so this is the guy who led Uncle Spiny down the path he's on today.
I do intend on using Lubert a lot more than the other two. I like the idea of just one of them. Not even like that's exactly why I made it Coach McGurk and Brendan in the opening skit. That's like the kind of dynamic they have where it's like not really I don't know how to describe their dynamic, but I know what it is, and I have a hard time describing it. It's like they're an older guy hanging out with a kid, and the kid is more mature than the adult. While Dubert and Lubert, or Hubert, I mean, are probably more so like after the Piranha Brothers. We don't want to be around that guy again. What the fuck? What are you doing, Lubert?
He is like I started writing a Spiny Norman Christmas Carol last year, I would kind of like to get back into that and finish it for Christmas, but
Nice.
I just incidentally made the spiky-haired one, whichever one that is. He was the one who showed up to talk to Spiny.
Yeah, Lubert is the spiky-haired one.
Okay,
Lubert. I like him the most too. I think I like Dubert the most design-wise because she does look the most different from Spiny. But Hubert is the one
an interesting name for a little lady.
Which one? Dubert. No, Dubert's the lady.
Yeah, I know. It's an interesting name for a girl.
Yeah. Why not? Hubert, Dubert, and Lubert. Alright, we got. Let's get rid of that ad. Dubert's clone, no longer in the shot. I think them being in the pool is the one that has blended into the scene least awkwardly so far.
Leave so I can do illegal things.
I still need to have more going on here. It's still too empty.
Leave so I can do illegal things.
Who else do I need in this? So we have Ignacio already. The boss is going to be in the closing montage. He does not need to be at the party.
So I can open this door illegally.
Olivia could be there, but she's also going to be in the final scene, so I don't have to worry about not including her.
Get out of here. Yeah. I could close these doors and perhaps kill her when no one is looking. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that right now.
That doesn't seem very...
No. I just want her to leave.
Gorky doesn't come to the party. Gorky's on his own.
I think you could just sleep on her. And then open the door. Like, close the door.
No Gorky allowed.
There's story over it. Look at all that story over just the door.
I'm just gonna throw Spiny's mom in there without redrawing her. Just have her standing in the corner there. Kind of her costume to a different character.
Put like a red Solo cup in her hand.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
And whose hand?
Spine's mom.
And then, the only other character here on this list is Clerky, who should be at the party, because I have nowhere else to put her. I could put Olivia in, but Olivia has another scene. I could put the boss in, but the boss has another scene, so I'm not worried about including them. Trying to think of any other, because the idea is to throw in as many of the characters as possible. I had like Jeremy's floating head in some of these episodes, but I don't want to include that because one, it was like, I think it was a very brief appearance, and two, I haven't talked to Jeremy for like years, so I probably shouldn't put him in a video right now. Ignacio and the girlfriend, the dad is in the closing scene, so I don't need him. Also wouldn't really make sense for him to be there. Stripey Norman, that's the other one I wanted in there.
Stripey Norman is just me.
Yeah.
In a costume.
No. We could just say it's someone else in the costume for the party. That's who Spiny's mom who should be talking to. And then I don't have to draw the whole body since they're in the corner. I am going to redraw him because the only drawing I have of him is he's like aggressive. He still could be aggressive. They could be talking politics. They could be talking about that upcoming election. In that case, I would need to redraw the mom.
Chuck.
Dr. Howard is gonna be in a shot already. I mean, Dr. Howard's scene is already done. Mostly, I still have to do the fucking lip sync, which I hate myself for making that a thing every day. Sometimes I'm just like, I should just make his mouth open when he's talking and closed when he's not. But another part of me is like, that's gonna be like a downgrade going like back to older episodes. I don't know if I should do that. But I definitely want to do that. I definitely want to fucking do that.
Because like you've given Stripey like a different expression. He even like opens his mouth in the episode. In like the Spiny Norman video he appears in, but it's literally just a mascot head. It doesn't change expression ever.
Oh. He only Spiny can see him when it's not the mascot. He's a character in Spiny's head. I don't know. He's your character. It's up to you, but.
Well, his previous appearance was in a dream.
Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? That works. That makes sense. Doesn't make sense here, but. Oh. I'm gonna save this scene. This is almost good. I mean, I just need to throw another character or two in there. Maybe if I just have those two in there, that'd be fine. But maybe I won't do Stripey. And then I'll have the mom talking to someone else. Who else is there, though?
Okay, how about a PNG of Danica Patrick? My favorite Sonic character.
When was that a thing?
She's in one of the Sonic racing games.
I know, but I'm talking about this channel. But, oh, fucking.
I just want to. I want a PNG of a live action person in there.
Yeah, I could do Danica. I mean, that'd be funny that she came to Spicy's party because she was in that one Sonic's commercial for the restaurant.
Oh God.
Did she do GoDaddy ads? I guess
possibly.
Oh, all right. This is a good PNG of her. I'll put this on.
Isn't I were talking about those the other. You remember those old like GoDaddy ads?
Yeah.
Like I was very much under the impression GoDaddy was a porn site.
Same.
And then it's like, nah, it's just like you can buy a domain here. It's like, what?
I had like my work email through GoDaddy when I worked for a company, a long time ago. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. GoDaddy did market itself as like a porn website. I guess it was just a marketing tactic.
They had like these super sexy commercials, and then they'd be like, "Oh, to see the uncensored version, come to our website."
Yeah. There's Danica Patrick. These can be a little further down talking. All right, that works. I'm okay with that suggestion now. That worked out.
I think she could be a little smaller, but
It also gives Hubert. Hubert's just really upset and confused about what's going on. Like, what the fuck? I guess he's still just looking at Chris Mueller. And I'm gonna call it there for now. I'm not done with this shot, but I'm almost done with this shot. And then I'll just kind of use it to like as a basis for how I'm gonna do the other background and how I'm gonna. Because this is the only shot with this is the only group shot in the video episode. It's more of an establishing shot than anything. Because everything else is gonna be pretty zoomed in. Anyways, thanks for joining, Matt. Thanks for anyone in chat who joined. And yeah, we will be recording Blast one more time today if you want to join for that. After that, I think we're doing Saul, so. But yeah,